Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all of the praise and the glory to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh Bashmi Shai Bashim Rakak Wadash, and double honor to the elder apostles of the great millstone that have taught us this truth, and to include the elder bishops on down, and Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham, to all of the brethren worldwide that's pushing this gospel, which is this truth, and it's your brother Laban. And I want to get into this article over here once again from the People's Voice.tv, which this man brings out a lot of good stuff, man, at a consistent basis. So let's get into it, man. As this reads, Rothschild praises Trump after coup in Venezuela, one of the last nations without a Rothschild central bank. In a development that raised eyebrows across the alternative media, members of the powerful Rothschild banking dynasty issued public praise for President Donald Trump following the military intervention in Venezuela. Nathan Rothschild, CEO of Volta Group and a prominent hire to the Rothschild financial empire, issued congratulations to Trump in the wake of U.S. military action targeting Venezuela's government and financial system. The optics are impossible to ignore. Venezuela is one of the very few nations on earth that has historically resisted the establishment of a Rothschild-controlled Western-style central banking system. So here's the comment here, which was posted on the X. Well done, Donald J. Trump. So this doesn't come as a surprise, does it? Because all prime ministers, presidents, you name it, so-called kings have to take orders from the Rothschild dynasty because they have their banks all around the world. They control what is known as the money supply. They manipulate currencies. So if you can manipulate the people's currency, then you can manipulate their world, their government. Okay? As a matter of fact, you are the power of their government. So you don't get to just do things based on the way you see it. No, you have to play the game. All right? You have to pretty much dance to their tunes. Otherwise, guess what? We could take your ass out or have you do some satanic shit and to get you exposed for that. Because guess what? We also run the mainstream media all around as well. All right? So they got these people by the balls, as the old saying goes. And what I want to do is I want to read the book of Luke, chapter 12. And I want to read verse 1 first, but the point is in verse 2. In the meantime, Luke 12 and verse 1. In the meantime, where they were gathered together an innumerable multitude of people, insomuch that they trod one upon another, he began to say unto his disciples, first of all, beware ye of the leaven of the Pharisees, which is hypocrisy. So let me see something real quick. Right, that's what I thought. These are the words of Yahweh Shai, right? To the Pharisees. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. And therefore whatsoever ye have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which ye have spoken in the ears in the closet shall be proclaimed upon the housetops. Right, so the thing that which is covered, which has been covered since the time of when we didn't really know or wasn't really aware of, the plutocrats, the superpowers, have you will, and their connections. Now we're in a time that we do know. So Esau's counsel and everything that they've been up to for all these years has now come to the light. It's now being revealed who your prime ministers, your presidents work for. No wonder they got in there in the first place. All right. They were given assignments to fulfill. So from the outside looking in, we were all fooled into believing in this political system under the guise of democracy. Oh, you can vote this one in. And whether what side what party you a part of, whoever gets the most votes will be able to elect their prime minister or their president. Bullshit. It's already been pre-selected. Your prime minister and your president has already been pre-selected. What they've done is they've used the mainstream media to sway your mind to vote this man in because this was the man that was already before sworn to be in the position of power to begin with, so-called. All right? So even that has come to an end, to the Urim and the Thummim. Okay? Psalms chapter 10, verse 8. Let me see where we can start. We'll just read to the point. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doeth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privately set against the poor. So speaking about murdering the innocent, just so that they can get one man here, approximately, it's been about 52 people that was killed due to these strikes, just so they can capture one man, and then also access that oil and other materials that are valuable. Esau don't give a shit about the souls of men. He don't care. As long as he can get some kind of profit of whatever resource he can get or offer the people, that's what matters. Profitability is what Esau sees. He don't see anything else. All right? So now I want to play this video just a little bit, and then we're going to move once again forward.
Superpowers literally do whatever they want. They have completely erased the existence of international law and the necessity of complying with it. Unfortunately, the UN is on its knees, and without reform and a consistent strengthening of its powers, the UN Security Council is completely toothless. In a small country like Slovakia, we can do nothing. We can only watch in disbelief as elite American military units kidnap the president of the sovereign country of Venezuela, and as the United States announces that it will rule over the entire 30 million people of Venezuela. However, I must give credit to U.S. President Donald Trump.
And that's all I'm going to read right there. Of course, can't nobody do nothing about it. Why? Because the Spirit of the Lord is dealing with DJ Trump, and I'm talking about on the left-hand side. All right, Satan is dealing with the powers that are in the Western Hemisphere, primarily beginning with America, to do one deed, and that one deed is to basically cause a great deal of controversy so that everybody gets shaken the fuck up, right? And are geared towards fighting one another with those nuclear missiles. That's what's happening. Okay? So ain't nobody going to come in between anything. This is the Lord's doing. This is his counsel. This was the Lord's plan all along. Way before we even existed and way before this individual existed. So ain't nobody going to do anything. Even DJ Trump can't do diddly squat. You heard what Rothschild said. Well done, because that's who he works for. All right? Why you think there's a central bank in America? Why do you think there's central banks in different parts around the world? Because these guys are running the show. Not your fucking politicians. Your politicians don't run a goddamn thing. They're just front heads posing as leaders of people. They don't lead nobody. All right? And then if you want to take it a step higher, let's not give these people credit. Let's take it even a step higher, the Rothschilds. Who's running the Rothschilds? The Lord is running them. So everything that happens on this earth is being had because the Lord ordained it to be had. And it was already being done in the spiritual realm. And now it's going to take place physically in this physical reality. We're now living it. That's what the fuck's really happening. And I use the F-bombs because I'm passionate. I'm not angry. This is passion speaking. All right? The left-hand side is working, man. And it's the left-hand side of the Lord. Yeah, so let's continue on with this until he be taken out the way. And just as well as he mentioned, he said, oh yeah, well, superpowers literally can do what they want now. Of course they can, until what? The Lord allows them to fulfill a certain deed, and then he's going to take their asses out of power. He's going to smack them out of power. All right? Job 24 and 24. They are exalted for a little while, but are gone and brought low, and they are taken out of the way as all others. and cut off as the tops of the ears of corn. Case in point, just like your sweet corn is taken off from the heads of the corn. All right. And what is the heads of the corn? Meaning that green part. And then you have over here 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity do have already worked. Who is the mystery of iniquity that's been revealed to not be a mystery? These damn devils, the Edomites. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out the way. Why? Because the heavens do rule, as well as what was written in the book of Daniel, the 4th chapter. Which Daniel was breaking down the tree which reached to its height, which symbolizes the power or the empire of Belshazzar, if I'm correct, at the time. Daniel's 4 and verse 20. The tree that thou sawest which grew and was strong, whose height reached unto heaven, and the sight thereof to all of the earth, whose leaves were fair, and the fruits thereof much, and in it was meat for all, and under which the beasts of the field dwelt. The beasts of the field represents the nations, and upon whose branches the fowls of the heavens had their habitation. And it is thou, O king, that art grown and become strong, for thy greatness is grown and reacheth unto heaven, and thy dominion to the ends of the earth. So their dominion has reached on towards the end of the earth. Okay? In, the way that they ruled, because, of course, ancient Babylon didn't rule all over the planet Earth. But let's just say Belshazzar, the king of that empire, he ruled over quite a bit. Where it concerned certain lands he took over and all of that. Right? So guess what? The same thing applies to Esau. More so, I would say, because his power has covered the entire earth. Esau rules the entire planet Earth. By the North Atlantic Treaty Organization altogether, they rule the planet Earth with an iron fist, ruling with the sword. But guess what? That's time, though. Psalms 37 and verse 35, I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yea, I sought him, but he could not be found. Mark the perfect man and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace. And guess what? We represent the perfect man, leading all men unto righteousness, leading all men unto perfection, which is this truth, this knowledge, and this understanding. Because now things are going to begin to transition. And while we're seeing the downfall or the incoming ending of this one, now, guess what? The saints of the next world will possess the kingdom of heaven forever and ever, which we are, which we believe that we are. And as prophecy points to include that we're the Israelites. And we're going to be ruling next. So as this world's going down, we coming up with this knowledge and this understanding unto our salvation. All right. But the transgressors shall be destroyed together. That's the 2/3 of our own people. The end of the wicked shall be cut off. But the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord Yahweh, and he is their strength in the time of trouble. And what is that going to be? The wisdom and the understanding thereof. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, the strength of the Lord. And what is it? The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Something along those lines, right? I'm roughly paraphrasing that scripture. Psalms 37 and verse 40. And the Lord Yahweh shall help them and deliver them, and he shall deliver them from the wicked and save them because they trust in him. Absolutely. So when shit gets real dire out here, our trust is going to be strong. And in that time shall there be deliverance, as well as it's written in Jacob's trouble. As a matter of fact, I don't have to read it. We gonna leave it as it is. So with that, I want to give all of the praise and the glory to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodash, and double honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone, and salute to all of the Akim that truly believe, and unto those that follow, whom we all believe that were of the elect. And may Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai keep us strong in the spirit. Shalom.